Welcome in to another Monday Night live stream. This is Monday Night Live 11. I think the graphic said. Yes, 11. And I titled this, Will It Work? Because as you probably all remember last week, we tried some stuff that didn't work. So will it work today? We shall see. I already warned Haley that chances are we're going to have internet outages if we get that far. We'll see. I did hook up my encoder via my second connection, so we are good to destroy pfSense or take it down or whatever we decide to do tonight, because the stream will stay up, unlike last time, if you remember that. So let's go to chat and see who's here tonight. Toro is first, not David. Okay, that's good. Jeremy's in the house. Welcome in, Jeremy. David is here. He is not first, as he points out. He was running errands. Slacker, David. Slacker. Bob Carpenter's here. Welcome in, Bob. Music. Oh, yeah. So I would have killed the music because I was checking to make sure, and this is actually a good cue. So we're going to go over to OBS and see if the JAU counter is working, and then we're going to start the counter. So, didn't build that right, but hey, that'll work. Let's go back to the chat. Did not mean to do that, but oh, I see, because it's keyed. Anyway, so when I changed to that scene, the music's not part of the scene. So that would explain where the music went. Bob says music. It's almost like he's almost. No, I was testing out the JAU counter. David, how did you forget today's Monday? Thought it was Friday already. Well, I wish it was Friday because I could use a weekend again. I've had one interesting week, and I can kind of go into that a little bit in a second. My audio is quieter than the music was. Okay. Oh, yeah, it does look a little bit low. There we go. I will bring that up a little bit. This is probably a little farther away than it should be. Yeah, get them likes, people. Yeah, get the French, I guess can I take it this way instead? Fill. And then if I go to key, yeah, so there we go. So now I can do it that way instead. Yeah, when I rebuilt the OBS, because if you remember, that's not an easy transition, but there we go. If you remember when I had the card down below after the 1080p fiasco, I rebuilt the machine and I lost some of my settings. And when I imported the script that does that, I somehow lost the fact that it doesn't truncate the decimal point, and I just said, screw it, let's leave up the the French decimal point or whatever the script has built into it, and so I'm fine with it. David says that he just set up his 2ME switcher and works fantastic. That's awesome. So I don't call switchers mixers because mixer to me implies audio and switcher implies video, and I don't want to confuse the two. So, Bob, anyone else just see a max headroom skip? Are we having streaming issues with the internet connection here? I am on a 5G, so it's possible I'm getting breakup on the 5G. Hope not. According to YouTube, my connection is excellent, so hopefully that was just a glitch in the matrix. Alrighty, so Joe's in the house. Welcome in. Glad you could make it as usual. Bob says, I only saw 2 skips within a second or two. So, yeah, hopefully that was just the glitch in the matrix and you won't see it again. So, I guess I wanted to just kind of briefly touch on some issues, maybe a little quick story. If you are aware of an issue and there's a firmware issue, you need to get the firmware issue updated. I'm not going to go into specifics. I can't. But basically, I got bit by a firmware issue that everyone knew about, no one fixed, and it bit us again. So here's the lesson for the night. If you know there's a firmware issue, update the firmware. Just going to throw that out there. Maybe I'll explain a different time, but for now, I'm going to leave it there. Joe says 60p. I mean, I could go like low res. I could go ultra low res. Go back to 480. Toro says yes, I guess I'm on the fence about that because almost all firmware includes security updates. So you need to do the security updates. I guess I would put a caveat that or asterisk next to it and say, read the release notes before doing any firmware updates. But if you have stability issues and the firmware fixes the stability issues, you need to upgrade. I'm just gonna put that there. Like, read the release notes. Do not just sit on firmware because, well, it works. I mean, there's probably a security reason. There's issues that you need to update for. Firmware update, just a fact of life these days. Have to do them. So be wise. If it's mission critical systems, have 2 and test the firmware out, update a different system or a backup system. You need to do firmware updates, especially related. And you also have the issue of I got burned firmware where we didn't update the firmware, and when we went to go update the firmware, we had to do like 5 rounds of updates because you just couldn't jump to the new one. And so that runs a risk too, because then you're really behind. You got to do more firmware updates. Sometimes that can break things too. Yeah, there's no hard and fast rule about firmware updates or whatever, but I mean, if you have old tech, I think the rules maybe don't necessarily apply. If you have current tech that is still being supported and firmware is being released for it, I would definitely encourage you to read the release notes and update, because it definitely could prevent you from having an after hours phone call. We'll just say that. Joe says the CEO of the Bonding Box drove 2 hours to my studio. He just finished recording one interview when I asked him about the running questions. I want to see that interview. I don't know how much of this box you want to talk about here. I can let everyone know what I know, or I can let it be done. Let me know what I can and can't disclose, because I'll tell people about it. Tell people all about it if you want me to. Yep, that'd be cool. I'd love to entertain that idea, like we talked about the other day. And I should just throw this out there. I think you guys, most of you know that like Joe, Tony, and some of us chat via Signal, Bob included. If you want to chat via Signal, I have no problem doing that. Send me an email. Let me know your information, and we can chat via Signal. I have no problem doing that with people who are, you're constantly in here. Toro, you know, David, by all means, if you want to talk, let me know. Hello, Doug. Welcome in. Glad you can make it. Security and stability is a journey, definitely not a destination. Patching up security, all that stuff is it's constant battle. And we actually talked about this at work the other day, like how we spend a lot of our time patching systems, and it's like this is mundane or this is boring, but if you got a system, especially if it's exposed in any way, you've got to keep it updated, because 0 days exist, all kinds of stuff gets out there. They write scripts on how to do security. You need to get updated. So like, if you got a box that's exposed, you have to keep up of it. It's just how it is. You can't. You can talk about the box. Oh, okay. So Joe is doing a video on a new bonded cellular networking device, where you can combine, is it three? I think it was three SIM cards and a wired WAN, right? There's 4 connections in total, if I'm not mistaken. And so he is doing this video on it. He's gonna do a video. Like, he made the marketing video for them. He's going to do a video on it, and then he's going to launch it on his new channel. Excuse me. And Joe, feel free to put a link in the chat to your new channel if you want. Breaking news, hopefully, that Joe is coming back to YouTube with a new channel, and so he's going to have a video about a multi WAN, I guess you will, bonding router. And the thing I like about this is, unlike a LiveU, Degero, or TVU backpack that we've talked about here before on the channel, this is bonding at the network level. And so you could use this for everything from email to video transmission, because it's going to bond, I think it's 3 cellular and 1 WAN, 1 physical WAN. Yeah, 4 connections. Okay. So it's going to bond. And here is Joe's, I just clicked the link. So here's Joe's new channel. Go follow him. Give him all the likes and subscribes, whatever. So yeah, so back to the thing. So basically it's going to bond, 3 cellular connection and 1 physical connection into a solution that you can just plug into and get highly reliable network connectivity. So if that's your email that's important, if that's your YouTube streaming, if that's your Facebook, whatever it is that's important to you, you can get that at the network level, which I think opens up a lot of opportunities, because while we use bonded cellular video transmission, it's only stuck to that video transmission device, whether it's a LiveU, Degero, or TVU. So this would take it from the next level up, and you could use it for all kinds of things. And some of our stations are in hurricane area, so I could see getting some of these boxes and deploying them and saying, here, field crew in a hurricane, go someplace. You have 3 cellular connections. You have maybe a cable modem or whatever a venue you're at. You plug that in, so you have 4 connections. And I would hope that during a hurricane scenario or disaster that you're going to have one of those 4 connections stay up, and you don't have to think about, well, is Sprint up? Is T-Mobile up? Is Verizon up? Is AT&T or my cable modem? You just plug it in, and you get your internet activity. And so I think it's a pretty cool product. I have never tested it. I haven't seen it. Joe talks highly about it. So can't wait to hear more about that, and maybe even get a chance to try it out. Who knows? So, Joe says you can do port forwarding and get a static IP address. That is very helpful. I told Joe the other day, one of the things that I see advertised in a lot of the broadcasting circles is a product called Max Connect. Again, I don't know anything about it, never used it, but it's advertised as kind of your high priority, cellular connection. And one of the things that they advertise is that you can get a static IP address. And we were just talking about security. So when it comes to security, a lot of places will put firewall rules in that only allow devices, like let's say a credit card machine or whatever, to talk to certain IP addresses, or only certain remote hosts can get in. We talked about last week how I only allow a certain set of IP addresses to access my home network. Basically, the 4 places that I go most that have static IP addresses. So therefore, I say these 4 places can connect in. Nowhere else can, because it's a way to make sure that you have security, but yet you still are open enough to get work done. Because I hate the idea of, being so secure that you can't get work done, because that doesn't solve anything. Like, just being secure is great, but if you can't get work done, then you can't pay the bills and you can't keep the lights on. So you can't be completely secure where you don't get work done, but you also just can't have ports open in the wild, wild west, on your firewall. So the compromise basically is, if you know where you're coming from, you can whitelist those IP addresses and allow those to connect in, and therefore, you have better security. So in this case, you could get a static IP address in this box and allow it to connect in to your network and maybe expose some things to it without VPN, because VPN's great, and I encourage everyone to use a VPN if you need to get your home network. But I have personally seen several devices or several services fail over VPN where they didn't fail over a regular port forward. And that's no good. If you people can't do work from home because they have to connect to the VPN, and that kills the upload speed. I mean, kills it, like less than a meg per second kind of kills it. And it's going to take an hour to upload a 1-minute video. That's not good. That kills productivity. That kills the work. It's unacceptable. So you say the answer is great, port forward. Well, then now you're exposing yourself to the whole world. So if you can whitelist your IP address from a device that you know and do port forwarding, now you're in a better place. Is it foolproof? No. But is it going to be pretty damn secure compared to just a wide open west? Or wild, wild west, I should say. Yeah, it's better, definitely. So, Joe says these also have enterprise priority on the towers. So Joe is a reseller. So the router creates a VPN to the cloud for aggregation. and then that instance has public IP address. Yeah, so it sounds great. Like I said, go over and check out Joe's channel, and so we can see the video on it. Like I said, in full disclosure, I did tell Joe that I would love to demo that unit on air or on this stream. Love to give it a try, but I'm not saying I have to. I just saying that I would love to. I feel like it's a great product from what what I can see, and I would love to give it a shot. So that is the latest on that. So I did. Oops, I did not plug in. Hold that thought. I failed to. Oh, so Joe says we are for sure going to do a live demo. Cool, awesome. That'd be a lot of fun, for sure. So, let me move this window around. That's the wrong window. Crap. Hold on. I forgot to open it in my Chrome window. So I keep, for those who don't know, I like to keep Chrome for business things or Chrome for my demos. And then I keep Firefox for my personal stuff. So I wanted to switch to Chrome so that it is free of my cookies and all that stuff. So it's more like a good demo version of things. So this is my Syncthing running on Truenas. This is the thing I couldn't get to work last week, but I did realize I just didn't wait long enough for it to finish. So this is the first time logging into this Syncthing instance. I literally just installed it and did that offline just so we didn't have to watch it install again. So for those who don't remember or who weren't here last week, Syncthing is how I'm going to basically kind of send files off-site, if you will. And I used Syncthing years ago, haven't used it in a long time. So I wanted to see if we could actually figure out how to make this work on Truenas, because I want to have one data set shared out via Syncthing, and only one data set. I don't need them all. So I got to figure out how to get Syncthing access to that data set so that it can share out my files. And it only needs read-only. It doesn't need write access. I'm only going to push things out. I'm not going to bring things back, at least not right now. So this is the Syncthing interface. If we go to I think this is, yeah, so this is my Truenas box. And this is installed as a plugin. Again, I'm using Truenas Core, the old version, if you will. Here, this is the part that was missing last week. If you're following along at home, this was empty. And if this is empty, it's not going to work. So let me go back to the camera real quick. Yes, I actually was thinking Wide Open West it's WOW. It is an ISP in Michigan, actually. So that's probably why I kept saying that, because I've heard that name mentioned before. Jeremy's here. Welcome in, Jeremy. Sorry, I missed most of your live stream last night. And hold on a second. Excuse me. I'm fighting something all of a sudden. So like I said, sorry I missed your live stream. I made it in like the first 5 minutes, but then I had to go. So I will try to catch the rest of it later. Jeremy could tell me or confirm that Wide Open West is an ISP in Michigan. I'm 99% sure. I recall someone telling me that Syncthing is a front end for a good rsync configuration. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Wide Open West is indeed an ISP. Okay. And Toro's not a fan of those. There's apparently. I've had the YouTube app in my Roku crash a couple times recently. I don't know why. I also noticed that Roku, like, I haven't used Roku in a while, but like, there's a whole bunch of new stuff in Roku, like icons and side menu stuff. Like, they've changed the Roku OS a lot recently, and I didn't even notice until just now. Oh, so they go by wow. Okay, yeah, I've said I've seen the billboards. All right, so let's go back to. I should say, are any of you Truenas users? I'm guessing somebody in here uses Truenas. At least I sure hope so. Because the one thing I never did, one thing I never did in the past week, and I probably should have done that, is go back and watch Tom's video where he sets up Syncthing on Truenas, and I meant to go back and watch it so we could finish this, but then I just now realized I never went back and watched it. So, but yeah, so David says Syncthing is a lot different than rsync. There are differences how it hashes and keeps maps. Yeah, I mean, Syncthing, from what I could tell, has come a long way and is pretty cool. Joe uses Unraid and Synology, but Unraid thanks to Bob. Yeah, Bob has a great Unraid setup. I can't remember was it like 100 terabytes? Something like that, Bob? I forget how much you had. It was a lot. Bob loves his Unraid, that's for sure. So, let's go back to the PC. And then I think basically what we have to do is, oh, there's this issue again. Why does it do that? If I shrink it down, will it be better? Yeah, a little bit better. I think I need to do a mount point from what I remember before. So we're going to add a mount point. Oh, because of course. So we're going to stop. Mount points. Add a mount point. And then next cloud data. And then we're going to mount it as media? Or is it mounted as a mount? Probably got to do it as a mount, I would assume. What if we just did it as media? We'll just do this. Submit. So we're going to mount the next cloud data as media, and then we're going to go back to the jail, and then we're going to start the jail. So go back to, well, this is starting. We're going to go back to the chat. Oh, Joe has a pfSense question. Is there a way to have pfSense send me an emails if it fails to WAN 2? Bob says, was it 100 terabytes, slowly working to 154? Oh, that's right. Bob just bought a bunch of new drives and sent me a picture the other day of it resilvering. So Bob is your storage guy. He has a lot of storage, way more than my 8 terabytes. Yes, you can get it to new notifications. That might be fun to try tonight. Actually, I was tempted to do pfSense related stuff, so we might be able to do that too. Although I don't know if I'm guessing pushover is a service or push notification provider is my guess. It's a push notification. So I think you guys, somebody had suggested a couple weeks ago. Which one was it? It was SMTP to go or no? What was it? Yeah, SMTP to go. I did actually want to sign up for that. I wonder if I can get pfSense to. I have a virtualized pfSense. One of the things I was going to try tonight was to switch over to that. I wonder if I could get that to display without showing my personal information. Anyway, that might be fun. Anyway, go back to what I was working on. Clear Life Media, welcome in. Yeah, do it tonight. Maybe do another notification that isn't WAN failover. Yeah. Email is slow. Can be, I should say. But let's finish my Syncthing thing first. I want to get that resolved if we can tonight. So now that we have a mount point, if I refresh this, and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to remove this one. That's the default one. If I go in and add the mount, I think it's media. Media. Save. Does this actually work this time? Permission denied. Failed to create a folder. Oh, it wants to create a folder? I don't want it to create anything. I want it to just access the file. Maybe this won't work the way I want it to work. What if I do? What if I try this again? What if I do this? Let's close this down. Let's create a different data set. And we're going to create add data set. Syncthing test. Submit. And I close the chat window on accident. I gotta go back there. Come on. All right, well, that's waiting. Oh, here we go. So we go back to plugins, jails, Syncthing, mount points, edit, and Syncthing test, save. jails. I just want to see this work. I will probably figure this out. Do my actual backup configuration later, but I just want to actually make this thing work. So that's why that's, come on. Well, that's doing. We'll come back here. Bob says it's a browser and my phone. Oh, the pushover thing. I have some exciting to share with you. What are you? We're moving into our. Oh, you're moving into your studio. Wow. Um, it's got even a bigger garage for the trailer. That is awesome. Um, I would love to send it. Send me some pictures or whatever of your new studio. I'd love that. That'd be awesome. And congratulations. Obviously, that's 2,000 square feet is a nice space. Um, so, funny story about this. My dad was a TV engineer for 42 years, and his station was downtown and didn't have a lot of space, and they wanted the ability to do remotes, like special productions. So they actually bought a truck, and they put their control room in the truck, and then cut a door on the outside of their building and had like a walkway that you could go from the studio into the truck. And then they converted the old control room and audio rooms into offices or edit bays. I can't remember exactly now. But they basically did that because they wanted a truck and they wanted a per control room. And so they combined those two things exactly as you're doing. And they did that for years until they built a new facility outside of downtown where they actually had more room. And then they built, dedicated HD control room. This was back in the SD days. And so they built a new HD control room, and the truck just sat there in SD. Don't think it ever went to HD. I can't remember exactly now. But once they built the studio again, they basically stopped doing remotes, and so the truck never got used. My station rented it I once, maybe twice, to do special events, and then they basically said, "We're done." So they sold the truck off. But yeah, what you're doing is exactly what my dad's station used to do. $1,300 a month is insane where you live. Okay, sorry, that should say that is a great deal. I'm assuming that's what you're saying. Back to the pushover.net is a subscription. Yes, Bob, you are a wealth of knowledge. You can share a pre-existing folder, but you have to make sure that Doc has the file permissions to read right to that folder. That's true. I probably have to go change the ACL to allow access. Well, that would make sense. Joe says, I use ClickSend with Uptime Kuma, but would love to get a text message. Bob shared some documents. Well, that pushover sounds wonderful. Have to check that out. Okay, so let's go back to what I was working on. And that loaded. So yeah, so this will probably break again, I'm guessing. Rescan. Well, it doesn't say it's folder marker permission denied. Yeah, so it's still not happy because probably because you're right, permissions. So let's go edit the Syncthing test, edit permissions. What's the user though? There's a lot of users in here. Is Syncthing a no? I'm curious what the owner has to be. Um, there are a lot of users in here. What does the jail run at? Does it say? Well, that's cool. It goes right there. um, Slack. pfsense does Slack. I haven't heard Slack in like 2 years. Yeah, it does. So it does. Probably you could do Slack if you want to do Slack. Let me go back to see chat. Um, you need to give Docker jail has file permissions. The question is what file permissions does it need? Um, so, I mean, I could do the easy one, which is everybody has rights. Does it work now? Hey, look at that. It has access now. It's definitely not ideal, um, but it works now. So, on my machine, I have Syncthing desktop client downloaded. And if I launch it on my laptop here, then in theory, I'll be able to share um, between these two devices with relative ease. And so I'm just setting up a test folder for now. And then I'm going to go copy the ID in and then allow, no, so we go to, oh yeah, how do you do this? Okay, so I think you got to go to add remote device. I'm going to do that off screen. Laptop, save. And then on my other machine, which I'm not showing the screen, it basically got a pop-up that says, do you want to allow this? I'm going to hit yes, add it. And now this should say connected. There we go. So now if I'm going to go in here and I want to share this with the laptop, I'll make new keys if that was just shown. And then Boom. And then on my other laptop, it says Syncthing wants to share the folder media. Do you want to add the folder? I hit yes. And now I have 2 folders. And it worked. So if I put a file in my Syncthing locally, holy crap, my C drive's filling up. I'll need to fix that. So if I put a new folder or a file in this thing called It Works, how fast does it show up here? And there you go, updated It Works. So that's cool. Syncthing on Truenas does work. I think I gotta get the permissions right. But worst case scenario, I have a folder that allows all, but that doesn't really work for me. That's not a good way to do security. But I guess my main point is this does in fact sync the way I want it to work, and it synced pretty fast. So I like that. I think that is definitely a solution I'll be using going forward. I guess I'm curious what your thoughts are. Is this a solution that you would use, that you would think would work? Please let me know. All right, so back to the chat. Joe says, gonna try a pushover. Oops. Joe still uses Slack for business communications. Okay. And they just hired their first full-time employee. Well, that's good. That is awesome. So Joe can do an SAP for text via pfsense. Yes. So the answer to the question is, will it work? It does, in fact, work. It is not set up the way I want it set up, but at least it works, which is progress. So, cool. I don't think you were here earlier for this, Joe, so I'm going to go back to this. We'll see if how the JAU is coming along. We're at 45 minutes. This was started after I was on camera, so this is a true count. Actually, this is probably a minute short. So we are almost to 1 JAU. I got to figure out how to transition that better. Maybe I'll do like a stinger device. We can transition to the JAU and get an update. That'd be fun to do, I guess, do a transition. So Jeremy asked, oh, where'd it go? Wrong window. Is this Truenas Core? It is Core, yes. I'm still on Core. I haven't felt the need to upgrade to Scale. I mean, Core works. All I have is data storage, and now I have the one plugin. I'm not going to be running, virtual machines or anything like that on this box. It's just a storage box, so I'll probably stick with Core as long as this Syncthing works permission-wise, so I can get it. I can get it shared out to my other to my offsite backup. So I'll probably stick with Core. Although I think, if I remember correctly, I think Scale does permissions better. Or no, am I making that up? Yes, those are frames on the JAU counter. So if we if we go back there, I can. Oops, and I can actually stop. So I guess they're not frames; they're fractions. Because that 92 would not make sense. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess they're sub-seconds, or I guess what you'd call them. Oh, that would be that'd be fun. That would be cool to do. And now for your JAU update, let's go to Joe. Joe, how's the JAU looking out there? That's my best anchor toss. Or we could do no. We could do JAUs on the ones. Is that that's because like they always do weather and traffic on the ones or weather and traffic on the threes, whatever station branding they go with. We could do like I don't know. We could that'd be fun. Um, so Toro just did you just switch to scale or are you trying it out? Like what are you using it on? Like a nice new server or are you just testing it out? I'm curious. Um, Toro says it's not ripe yet. No, I think scale's pretty. Um, yeah, it's very new, but yet I think it's at least stable from what I've been told. Yeah, it's 1/100th of a second. Joe loved the anchor toss. That's great. Yeah, faded JU. I gotta get a stinger. That's what I gotta do. I need a stinger. I have a hyperdeck, so in theory this is possible. I should make a stinger because so the chat and the JAU both come from OBS. So that's why when I switch to it, I'm actually just taking the fill channel and then I'm telling OBS via a different page to switch scenes. So this is one scene and this is the other scene. So that's why they can never coexist at the same time. And then I need a stinger transition to go full while OBS changes scenes, and then I'll take the OBS scene, and then I can stinger out of that back to the thing, so there's no black frame or black screen there for a second. So I need to work on that. I need to make a transition. It also helped if I actually learned how to make animations because Capture the Concept, Ashley made a great channel art for my channel, but it doesn't move, and I would never expect it to move. But I would like to actually animate it or make it move myself. So I need to figure out when I can have time to learn After Effects and actually make the channel art move for an open. Um, so Joe wants to be live in Jeremy, Tony, and mine. That'd be fun. Oh, the JEU is not ripe. Yeah, so scale is stable. JEU is not ripe. We're getting there. You could rate the stream so far. Ooh, that would be interesting because that would be interesting. How would you want to appear on camera? Like, would I need to do like an SRT stream from you, or would I a Zoom call or Video Ninja? I don't know. There's like 18 million ways to do it these days. Toro says, I'm having issues with my setup working in Proxmox, running scale virtually within Proxmox. I believe it's me that's the problem. Well, no, I don't know. I mean, like most things, I'm sure it's one little thing. The checkbox not being right or something weird. I do know one of the benefits of Proxmox is the ability to pass through drives or pass through devices. That's one reason why people choose Proxmox over XCP-ng. Um, Running scale virtually within Proxmox. All. What won't it do? I'm curious. Like, it can't see the drives? It can't make a pool? I'd be curious to know. And does Proxmox require a driver or driver, if you will, to make that stuff actually work, or should it just appear native to the VM? I've never used Proxmox, never even installed it once. I've never seen it personally. So everything I know about that is based off of the various YouTubers that I watch when they talk about it. And none of them seem to be a huge expert except for Learn Linux TV. I think he uses Proxmox. It's been a while since I've watched his channel. But I think he's probably the biggest Proxmox user I know. Jason's Labs in the house. Welcome in. I want to be chroma keyed out and look like Mike TV from Willy Wonka. I have never, well, I shouldn't say never. I do not recall Willy Wonka. I know who that is, but I've never actually, I don't think I've seen the movie in a long time. I know Haley wants to go see the new movie, and we're going to do that at some point. I'm not sure what I just said. So probably Jason's lab uses ESXi or Hyper-V. Very tiny in the top right of the screen so you can look up at me. So you want to be right here so I can do this and be like, "Hi Joe, how's the channel or how's the stream going? What's your thoughts?" I kind of like that. The drives aren't able to be set up with ZFS. X. Why did I say X? Holy crap. Well, it's probably because Proxmox is not actually passing the drive through. It probably is doing some sort of emulation, I would assume, because the only person and I can't remember who did this. Who was that? I don't know. I just watched the video the other day. They had Proxmox, or they had Truenas in Proxmox, but they actually passed through the controller, and they had no issues. But you're trying to pass through individual drives, so that's probably where the issue comes from. Could be wrong. Everyone's saying hi. I put in other drives, works great. Put in drives. Oh, well, I don't know that one. That's a weird one. I was going to suggest what Jason said, which is format them. You've tried that. Jason says he wants to be an Oompa Loompa. Jeremy's a Proxmox expert. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, maybe it was Jeremy. Jeez, I watch apparently too much YouTube. I keep people getting confused. Tom uses XCP-ng. I know that much. So maybe it was Jeremy. But I don't think you virtualize. If you're still here, Jeremy, let us know. I don't think you virtualize Truenas. Laughing out loud at your demo, talking to me. Well, I am here to make you laugh, so I'm glad that you're enjoying the live stream. But are you laughing like you did I don't know, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, where you or Ashley sent me the video of you laughing because you were having a good old time that night. Okay. Sorry. RLL or MFM? I don't know what that is. RLLF. I don't know. I've been following. I didn't think Tom did Proxmox. Am I wrong about that? I would pay to see you do a stream dressed as an Oompa Loompa. um, you probably do get oh, what's that called? Donate money. Oh my God, paid. Why can't I think all of a sudden? God, what's that called? I don't know what it's called. But you'd probably get bonuses, or you could definitely make some money off of that stream. Uh, hey Eric, welcome in. No, the super chat. That's what I was saying. Thank you, super chats. I was gonna say, Jason, if you did a chat dressed as an Oompa Loompa and you put it in the title that you were gonna dress as an Oompa Loompa, you'd probably get a lot of super chats. um, that's what I was trying to think. um, Tora says system can see the drives. Drives are raw. F disk. Another partition. Part of me remembers Tom saying that ZFS has to see the physical drive, and so, but if well, never mind, you're right. So some drives work, some drives don't. So that doesn't make any sense. Never mind what I just said. Um, Jeremy points out that you actually have to do the makeup and a dance number to make him pay, which would be funny. Um, yes, the night I couldn't make a phone call. Uh, yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Never, yeah, like what I said, my thing wasn't make sense because you were doing that. So um, I don't know. That's weird, Toro. Oh, super, super old. So not just one super. There's two supers. I'd say I've never heard of those. Jason's Lab said he would do it if he could find the costumes. So I feel like this is a challenge for Joe because Joe loves challenges or fun things, and I'm sure if Joe could find an Oompa Loompa costume in Canada, mind you, because you have to find it in Canada or ship it to Canada, one of the two. Um, oh, and there's and there's Bob with the link. Oh, you guys are way ahead of me. You're already finding costumes with prices. Yeah, you would get some interesting people with that one. You would definitely get them interesting people. Did I lose my mic? No, sorry, that message was retracted. Wow, before SATA, before PATA, before ATA, there was RL. How do I not? How do I not? How I've never heard of these things. Um. Oh my God, there's the. So here's the costume. Uh, RLL hard drives. Most hard drives of the pre-IDE period used modified. Huh. Wow, 10 megabyte drive. We are definitely going back in time. When was this? When was this? Stop bugging me. What, late 80s? Early 90s? Oh, yeah. So there's a Seagate hard disk controller produced in 1990. Interesting. Okay, so the 80s called. Yeah, definitely. I was just going to say that. Bob is very fast. Jason's at 2,190 subscribers. He would probably be over 5K. Yeah, I would. You might get a lot of subscribers. You might also lose them very fast the following week. But you might rock it up there for a week. Yeah, so you'll be looking for more. $1,200 back in the day. Wow. Who's privately sending me messages? Oh, okay. I will check that back out. Um, I can't recall seeing Jason ever stream. I don't. Do you stream, Jason? I don't recall. Oh, and as I refresh the page, I've done one stream. Okay, I kind of remember you streaming once, but I don't recall you seeing it again. So that would make sense. That would be a good thing for April Fools. Yeah, you could definitely come on there for April Fools as that. That'd be funny. Let me check out the JAU. We are past the one JAU. So that's great. Um, Crap. Hold on. I gotta fix that for next week. So we set up Syncthing that is working, um, which is great. It's already 10 o'clock. I'm not sure how far I'm gonna go down the next rabbit hole. Do I want to try that? No, because that'll expose my public IP address. Not that I'm super worried about that, because I just reset the modem and get a new one. But we could try that. Oh wait, no, I'm not configured. Never mind. That's would take a lot of effort to go reconfigure my switches. I forgot I blew up the switch configuration last week, so I can't do pfsense because I'm not even remotely configured for that yet. Oh wait, sorry. So Bob says do it live. Joe says pfsense. Okay. So hold on, let me go check out my other page. Hold on. Close, close, close. Too many windows open. So we're gonna go to XCPNG. And so this is my XCPNG. I set up a pfSense instance last week. Um, you can see it's been up for 7 days. This is simply on, right now, this is on my house network connection, and then I have it going out one of the network jacks on the back of the machine just to, you know, test it out. So, for those who don't remember, I said a while ago that my pfSense cannot be virtualized because my switches will not allow pfSense to grab an IP address because they grab the first available IP address, not pfSense. So the one thing I was going to try to do was basically plug the cable modem back into the switch and then virtualize the pfSense for my network. So I need to set that up first. So let's go to here. We're going to halt the system for a second because it's going to be confused AF, as they say. We're going to go back to host networking, and I do not have a network for this, so that'll be something I have to figure out here in a second. Going to get chat back on the screen because one thing I often... Oh, Joe just wants to see notifications. I'm trying to figure out how to set up notifications where I could actually show you and not like show you everything. Oh wait, hold on. Let me try this. Maybe I could try this then. Hold on. As is. I don't need to actually do this. I could go in here, start this up. If this was my second network, hold on. If I change this to be, oh crap. No, hold on. I screwed this up. Force shutdown. So this has to be, no. All right, so let's go back to the beginning. So under the host, I'm going to add a network, and it's a external network. I'm going to call this TV. So I have a VLAN just for my streaming stuff that I call TV. It is going to be NIC0, and it is, oh crap. What VLAN is it? I should know this. Crap, what VLAN is it? Why can't I go? Now my stuff's not working. Why can't I talk to rules? TV. TV can go everywhere. Assignments. So TV is VLAN 444. So if I go make this 444, finish. Oh, apparently that's on the wrong NIC. Well, that sucks. Here we go. NIC 4. Okay. Why is this random network not assigned to anything? That's interesting. So here I have the TV network on VLAN 4, so my pfSense now can go to TV, and if I start this up, So now what I can do is I can actually access pfSense, but not expose my public IP address. So that'll be a good thing. Let me go back to chat. I think you all just got crazy quiet, or it's not working for me. Did I lose you guys? Hold on. Let me go back to YouTube. Make sure I'm still streaming. Didn't break something. Come on. So I have 6 concurrent viewers and 9 likes, and people are still here. So my chat window just completely froze. Yay. I really wish this was fixed. Yep, okay. So I reloaded. We're back. So now if I go, oh crap, that doesn't work. I need to change. So set IP addresses to, this should be, no, 192.168.1.2, 24, land's done, yes, no. So there, now I can access I should be able to access this on 192.168.1.2. Or not. What did I break? 190, so that's, so am I on the right network? I think I'm on the right network. Oh, I'm on the wrong subnet. Jeez. It's not 1, it's 10. So, just so people know, like, this subnet is not a typical one that I would do, and so I've never actually corrected it, and I need to move it over to the right scheming. So, which actually makes sense why I didn't lose the chat window. I said no, so why would it ask me for an IP? Oh, pfSense, I think you're drunk. No. No. Enter. So now if I try this. Hey look, pfSense. Woohoo! There we go. So now I can, this pfSense is not one I'm actually using, and I can do whatever I feel like with this one. So let's go back to the chat. Taro says here, yeah, like count a little low, but I'll take it. I believe oops, chat's not even on the air. Jeez. So this should have on the WAN. No, I disabled that. I will say the one thing I was confused about this when I set this up last week was I could not get any DNS to work. Oh, what is that? ISC has reached the end of life and will be removed in future versions. Oh, interesting. I could not get any DNS to work until I came in here and enabled forwarding, which I was confused by because I would have thought out of the box that this would be on so that it just worked. But when I first installed pfSense, I could not do any DNS resolution because this was off, which I thought was kind of weird. Visit System Advanced Networking. Is read life. Sure, let's break the shit out of it. Save. Well, I guess I'm not using the DHB server anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but yeah, it's not even enabled. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so back. Okay. So Joe wanted to see notifications, but I don't know. Where was that other chat window? Chat window. Somewhere up here, there was a link to set this up. I cannot go that far back. Come on. Seriously? Bob, can you share that link again with the documentation on how to set up email? Because I apparently can't go back far enough to view it. That's kind of weird. So I'm gonna guess we gotta go to. Well, first of all, is there a package that we need to install? I don't think so, but I'm wondering if there's any SMS or whatever plugins. This should have internet. Oh, that could be cool. Let's install. Maybe this will make notifications. I don't know. All right, so here's the notifications. So we're going to do remote via email. So when checked, the firewall will not. So where's this underneath? So this is under System General. No. System. In addition to the firewall, file with message. Where do you set this at? The bottom of the page. Am I just reading this way too fast? Notifications. Where's notifications? I'm probably skipping right over it, am I? You're probably like in this chat screaming right now, aren't you? Nope. So where does this actually go? Oh, notifications. Email, daily notification. Disable notifications. Okay, hold on. Let me go. All right, which one do we want to sign up for? Do we want to do DNS exit or do we want to do SMTP to go? I'll let you decide because I don't have a preference. I don't know either one. So do we want to do DNS exit or do we want to do SMTP to go? You decide. Can I do a poll? Start a poll. Which one? DNS exit or SMTP to go? And these are both recommended by somebody. I forget who recommended what. So we're going to do a poll. This is the interactive part of the live stream. There we go. Vote in the poll, please. Let me know. Oh, so far it's oh, this is interesting. So far it's 4 votes and it's tied. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be tied? Because oh, that's funny. All right, so you guys split evenly. You probably did that on purpose. How many people are actually here? Oh, there's 9 concurrent. Oh no, there's 6 concurrent viewers. According to the YouTube Studio page. Now there's 7 of you. So please vote in the please vote. I can't have a tie vote. DNX exit comes from Willie. Okay. Well, DNS exit's winning right now, so I'm going to go with that. I have 5 votes now, so we're going to end the poll. At least it's not a tie. So I'm not going to set up this on screen because that just is asking for trouble. So please bear with me while I sign up for the free account because we're doing it live. Let me make sure I don't have. Nope, I had never signed up for the service before. Alrighty, so this will be boring, I'm sure. But I'm going to do this off camera. Or I'm sorry, off screen, I should say. I'm on camera, obviously. Well, at least I'm not a robot is easy to read. Account successful. Yay. Don't update. Cool. Well, that was fun. Let me save this in KeyPass before I forget what the password was. Alrighty, so yeah, Toro, if you go to my YouTube page and my email's there, just send me your information and I'll reach out to you. Um, I got no problem with that. It'd be fun. Bob, time to walk the dog. I'm on my own. Good thing I got other people here. How to tell you aren't a news anchor? Yeah, I am definitely not a news anchor. Um, I'm still amazed that you all show up and watch me every week. I think it's great. I think I love it. 7 of you here, 8 of you here. That's awesome. Uh, Toro, it should be underneath the about me, or where's it at? Hold on, let me call up the page. Community. No, where is my information? Well, I have a weird view of it. Let me just do an incognito tab. Yeah, so if in YouTube, if you click on the arrow, the next to the where it says behind the scenes information, you can sign in and you can see the email address. Um, so any of you could actually do that. Um, all right. So let me go back to the channel. Haley pays you well. Haley is probably either watching Hallmark or upstairs in bed. I don't know. Did you ever get the AC fixed? What AC? Do you mean air conditioning or alternating current? Alternating current. I think you probably mean HVAC. Um, that's just got a weird email. What is this one? It's not you, Toro. I'm looking back at my email for something else, and why did I get a weird email? Whatever. Some demo site just deleted my email or my account. I'm like, okay. Toro, I just got your email. I will respond in a second. Oh yes. So yes, the HVAC at work. Yes, we did get that fixed. Um, it was a combination of the condenser on the roof was absolutely full of crap, and some part of the system that I'm not 100% sure on was wavering, and the superheat, I think it was going from like, I'm making these numbers up, from 5 to 10 or 5 to 15, and it should only waver less than 1. So it was like wobbling between 5 and 10, and so they um, replaced a valve and So now it wavers like zero point 0.4, so it's much more, in line with where it needs to be. And then they cleaned out the condensers on the roof, and it's been super cold since. So yes, that was fixed. Roof, yeah. I always say roof. I know it's roof. What I can't even say. Yeah. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Where was I at? So I was, oh yeah, signing in. So it says free dynamic DNS server, but I don't really want that. I want mail. You can get all kinds of stuff in here. Free business emails, free domains. Mail relay. Start free relay. Okay, cool. Choose a relay. Okay. Can I use the same one I did before? I don't know why I don't want to have to create different ones. I'm not a robot things are really easy to read. That doesn't make me feel good. Oh, well that seems straightforward. All right, so where was I at? In here. Oops. Let's go back to this. So the email server is this. I have to authenticate with my free trial. Activate. Cool. So I can use 587. So we're going to use 587. It does not mention SSL, so I guess I'll turn that off. From address. This probably isn't going to work, but I'm curious. I guess I got to do that, don't I? Damn. All right, I'm going to do this off camera for a second. Notification email. Email auth. Username. Password. Notification email auth. Test. Relay access denied. Oh, I'm not even on camera. Jeez. um. Is that because my address is wrong? Could not send the message. Invalid response code. Relay access is denied. Why is relay access denied? Still nothing. Unable to connect. Let's try port 25. Is the email blocked? Relay. It says relay access is denied. Why is it denied? SMT authentication login. SMT. Oh, I didn't put in the username. Nope, still doesn't work. Crap. Are you guys in the chat screaming at me why it doesn't work? Joe says his grandfather used to say roof. I say roof. I do not think I. No, I will not be live on Christmas. Nope. We are going to. We're going to be gone all day. I'm guessing I got to configure something because this is not even. This just keeps saying broken. Relay username. Oh, warning. Setup. No SPF. Please set up. I don't understand. I don't know why this doesn't work now. Resend. Status. It's not happy. It's a little red X next to it. Huh. I don't know why this doesn't work. But it's not happy. I don't know why this doesn't work. It won't will not let me do it. Dashboard. My services. You were using the free tier. So that's configured correctly. Why doesn't it work? I don't know. Let me check the settings. In many cases, 25 will not work. Correct? Probably not. Setup, validate from address. Notification. Can I? It says Relay access is denied. Doesn't say it doesn't work. It just says it's denied. My password wrong? Copy password. Oh, apparently my password was wrong. So, here you go. Notification sent successfully. Now let's see if I actually get the notification. And I did. So I got a notification from pfsense.test.local. This is a test message from pfsense. It is safe to ignore this message. Well, good. Great. So now that it actually works, we can move forward. So what did you want to see? Joe, you wanted to see failure on failover or notification on failover? Was that it? Denial. It's more than just a river. That's funny. Yeah, so we're doing family things on Christmas. Um, what are you guys doing? Anything fun? Um, I'm not gonna do the pushover app, but I'll do a notification. Um, so that's done. Oh, hold on. Let me copy this information real quick before I close this page. I will admit that was crazy easy to set up. Like crazy easy. And it supports dynamic DNS. Now I will tell you this web page looks like crap. It is not a fancy web page. It looks like somebody in the 90s built this thing. No, I mean, I'm not even kidding. Like, this does not look nice at all. But I guess it doesn't have to. um, he wants a gateway change message. Okay. So we go back to pfSense. Oops. So where would that happen, or how would that work? Um, is there an option in here to notify? I'm probably in the wrong. I'm probably in the wrong page or wrong area. Um, what if we went to? Did I just lose everything I just did? I did. Why did I not save it? It's DNS exit. Not, yeah, no, they didn't. They didn't. They don't have the PHP down part. I'm annoyed that didn't save my settings. So I gotta go Hold on. Oh, you know why? Because I probably didn't hit save. I probably did a test and then never actually hit save. That was stupid. Um, and they wonder why spam is prevalent these days. If I can make shit up and it just works, like, that's crazy. So I'm not gonna go here. I'm gonna hit save on my notifications tab, and now I can show you this again. Cause see it's hitting save. So I'm not gonna scroll down because that's gonna show you my stuff. So how do you enable notifications? I should say, how do you enable notifications on fail over, or how? Where am I looking at? Notifications. You fire looking at important errors. Okay, so I have it configured. How do I actually tell it, let me know that something broke? I guess my next question is, how do you set up alerts? Um, Bob's, I'm still walking the dog. Bob, do you want to call into the show? I can put you on speakerphone. No, I get that I only have one connection. I guess I'm more interested in how do you even tell it what to notify on? Because I could honestly give this I could give this a second internet connection, or quote unquote internet connection. That's not the problem. I just don't even know where you set it up as. Like I'm here's gateway things. But do you have to like tell it in here where to do it? That's what I just don't. I guess I don't understand. Is like where do you tell it? Send an email. Bob says he would actually call if he had a decent internet connection. What, you don't have internet or international calling on your phone? I'm not actually saying to call me international. I get it. I'm just being funny. How do I not have a verified email account with DNS exit? I literally hit the button and said, "Here, this is who I am." Some things just don't make sense to me. Toro, if you're here, I just responded to your email. I should probably go back to Bob's chat. Bob's probably like, oh, it's right here. Look into what notifications. Additionally, firewall can set to be following notification. Well, it says, in addition to the GUI notifications, the firewall supports the following notification methods. Oh, wait a minute. I guess what if I just did, what if I reboot the box? Like, maybe will that tell me a notification? Reboot, normal, reboot. This will be interesting to see if I get a notification that it rebooted. And we're approaching 2 JAUs. We're almost there. 6 more minutes. So I think we'll definitely make that tonight. So I'm rebooting pfsense. Let's see if we just actually get a notification that like, hey, I rebooted. Because in theory, that's something that would be logged in the notifications. I'm going to save some things while I'm waiting for that email to show up, assuming I get an email. Looks like there are 5 of you here and 9 likes, and according to this, the stream rate is low, which I don't understand why. Oh, trust me, one of the native notifications when the gateway dies. Okay, well, then in theory, this should email me. And this is back, right? Yep. So if I log back in, I guess reboot's not a notification? Seems kind of weird. Oh wait, wasn't ARP Watch a thing that could generate notifications? Enable ARP Watch on the LAN. Notification. Well, here, let me go try this offline for a second. Send an email whenever save. So now if I generate some traffic, how do I generate? Well, here, let me unplug this and plug it back in. It should have saw some notifications from things being unplugged. Oop, I'm not on camera. Just realized that. Um, so it saw 3 things so far. So I should have at least 3 notifications coming into my inbox here in a second. My phone will probably get it faster than, or maybe not. Who knows? In theory, I have a lot of traffic I just generated, but I'm not seeing any notifications whatsoever. Oh, probably because I just disabled. I had it disabled any DHCP notifications. So now if I do this, I wonder if it'll get work now. Oops, I just kind of did that wrong. Still no email notifications, but hey, we can watch the JAU counter roll over live. So 3, 2, 1, 2 hours. Awesome. Well, I'm a little disappointed I didn't get an email notification. I would have really thought I would have got one. Or maybe someone else is broke. I don't know. Bob says he gets notifications. I got the first notifications in my regular email folder, so I don't think it'd be going to spam. But I can go look. Hold on. No. Nothing. That's weird. Let me make sure my notifications actually are working still. That's correct. That's correct. Test. Oh, it's not talking again. Why did it stop talking? Test. Okay, it worked there. So I had it, it worked. So now I'm going to try a reboot again. And I just got the test notification. So let's try. No, Bob, I've only gotten like 2 messages come through. And according to it, you have 25 a day. Oh, I just got it. pfsense is rebooting. Its time is wrong. It said it happened. It's happening 2 hours ago, or 2 hours ago. But I did get it. It definitely emailed me and said pfsense is rebooting. So that worked. So that's cool. It worked. So technically speaking, that's two things we did live tonight, and they worked. So to answer your question, or answer the question tonight, will it work? The answer is yes. So I think that's a pretty successful night, if you ask me. Um, Holy IT, go buy a lottery ticket. Yeah. And it now says that the pfSense boot up is complete. So that is absolutely working. Now, what I don't understand, I gotta go. I wanted to look this real quick. Is why it's the time is wrong. Where do you set the time at? Advanced. Oh, not that this is a big deal at all, but I'm. Um, I forget where you set the time at. General setup. Yeah. Oh, it's the right time zone. No, we're 5 hours ahead. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah. So I have learned that I like Quad 9 versus Google's DNS from what I've read and heard about. So I should have just done that from the beginning. Its current date and time is wrong. Why is the date and time wrong? It's 2 hours behind. Wow, Joe. Oops, that's the wrong. Damn it, I gotta go fix that. Why is this not talking all of a sudden? Oh, crap. What did I break? Why can't. Why is that not talking? Oh, boy. I don't know why that broke. Oh, because I was unplugging things. I'm sure that killed my. I'm sure it killed my OBS machine. There we go. I knew you'd have at least one stream in 2023 that would work. Yeah. 3 JAUs. No, I'm not going 3 JAUs. I am going to stop. Did you make them more secure? Did I make what secure? Oh, DNS. Um, I do on my main one. On my main DNS or my main servers, I have um, DNS enabled or TLS enabled. What was I going to show you? The thing I don't understand is why this clock is wrong. My main clock wrong on my other machine? This is so minute. I'm not even sure why I'm obsessed with this, but current date and time is correct on my other machine. My actual machine. Oh, duh. I know why. Um, System general. U.S. Eastern. Save. Now the time zone's right. Now the time's right. I don't know why that was stupid. Alrighty. Well, on that note, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I Yeah, I'm 99% sure I enabled it. Um, yeah, wrong time zone. So, but I will check that out, Bob. I will check to make sure that I'm actually using the right thing. But I'm 99% sure I have or am. So, anyway, I want to thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I'm glad we got two things working tonight. That's great. And so I will see you all. Well, I won't see you next week because I'm not going to stream on Christmas. So maybe we stream some other time. Maybe we do a random stream in the afternoon. Who knows? I may surprise you. Um, we'll see. So thank you all for being here, and you all have a good night.